Welcome to the information channel about Vietnam. In this video, let's find out the content, top places to visit in Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. 1. Hanoi Old Town Quarter. For many visitors to Vietnam's capital, the major attraction is strolling the streets of the city's ancient core. This labyrinthine quarter of narrow alleys is the commercial heartbeat of town and has a history that stretches back 1,000 years. It's a delightfully dilapidated place, where the odd piece of medieval-era architecture has managed to cling on within the modern hubbub of whizzing motorbikes, street vendors, and pulsating commerce. If you look up while you're wandering, the area has plenty of vernacular shophouse architecture, where merchants would traditionally live above their shops in very long but narrow two-story dwellings, squeezed together on the alleyway rows. The back streets here are a great opportunity to soak up the buzz of Hanoi street life. As well as there being plenty of street food on offer and lots of pavement vendors selling fruits and vegetables, there are also stalls selling traditional medicines and Buddhist religious trappings. A relic of French colonial rule, right in the heart of the Old Town Quarter, St. Joseph's Cathedral, Nat Thomas Street, was built in 1886 and is a fine example of neo-Gothic architectural style. The facade is intricately decorated, with two bell towers, while inside are some delicate stained glass window details. The main entrance is kept locked except for Mass. At other times, you can access the interior of the church from the back through the offices for the Diocese of Hanoi. 2. Hon Kim Lake. Hanoi's most well-known landmark is tranquil Hon Kim Lake, nestled just on the southern edge of the Old Town Quarter. The major tourist attraction upon the lake is the small island, reached by a red bridge, that holds Ngoc Sun Temple, dedicated to three grand figures from Vietnamese history: La Tu, revered as a patron saint of physicians, the renowned scholar Van Xuong, and the 13th century General Tran Hung Dao, who fought against the invading Mongol army. Another tiny island on the southern section of the lake holds the stocky Turtle Tower, best viewed from the bridge. 3. Temple of Literature. The city's most interesting religious building is this beautiful and incredibly peaceful Confucian temple, originally built as a university in the 11th century. Today, the Temple of Literature stands as a tribute to the nation's scholars. It was here, in the medieval era, that the philosophy of Confucianism in literature was taught, and near the entranceway, you can still see the names of students who studied here, etched into a series of pillars. Inside, a series of manicured gardens lead to pavilions and a well-preserved pagoda where a statue of Confucius sits. 4. Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. A place of pilgrimage for many Vietnamese, the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is a sprawling complex set within the city's gardens that contains the tomb of Ho Chi Minh as well as various museums and monuments. The actual mausoleum itself is an austere marble building where Ho Chi Minh's embalmed body sits in a glass case. Also within the complex is the Ho Chi Minh Museum, which has an eclectic collection containing Ho Chi Minh's personal memorabilia as well as plenty of information on the history of the Vietnamese Revolution. Also worth a visit is the Stilt House, once home to Ho Chi Minh, which is excellently preserved, and the One-Pillar Pagoda. This pagoda is a reconstruction of the original 11th century temple, which was destroyed by French colonial troops. 5. Vietnam Museum of Ethnology. A must for museum fans and history lovers, Hanoi's Vietnam Museum of Ethnology houses the extensive national collection and tells the story of Vietnam's diverse cultures in a series of excellently well-curated exhibits. Here, the huge number of ethnic minorities who call Vietnam home are highlighted with beautiful displays of artifacts and art that showcase wooden carving, metalwork, and traditional costumes. The garden area outside the main building holds some of the most interesting exhibits. Here, you can see the rural dwellings used by different ethnic minorities across Vietnam, as well as the fascinating Giant Right tomb. 6. Hoa Lo Prison Museum. Built by the French colonial government in the late 19th century, Hoa Lo Prison Museum was originally used to harbor Vietnamese revolutionaries and any dissidents of the French rule. For many foreign visitors though, it's better known as the prison where American POWs were held during the Vietnam War. The most famous foreign ex-resident of the prison is John McCain. The prison grounds contain the communal jail cells, solitary cells, and courtyard, and the guillotine used by the French is also on display. There is a plethora of information here on Vietnam's long battle against France's colonial rule that details the brutal regime prisoners here were kept under. 2 rooms also tell the story of the American POWs held here, with a video documenting their imprisonment and eventual release along with personal mementos of the prisoners. 7. Water Puppet Theater. Hanoi's water puppet shows are a great way to sample traditional Vietnamese artistry and entertainment and are an excellent evening activity if you have children in tow. This ancient art form first evolved in Vietnam's rural areas during the months of the monsoon paddy field flooding, and today, it is now mostly performed in custom-made water pools rather than outside. Performances usually center around well-known local legends and are accompanied by a live band using traditional Vietnamese instruments. Hanoi is the heartland of contemporary water puppet theater with 5 shows daily at the Municipal Water Puppet Theater. 8. Military History Museum. The courtyard outside this museum displays an eclectic mix of weaponry and military machines including downed French and US planes, tanks, and a Soviet MiG fighter plane. Inside the actual building is a huge amount of information on the wars with both France and the USA, along with exhibits of weaponry, which will be of interest to those with a penchant for Vietnam's 20th century history. For the average visitor though, the displays and information panels are not particularly well set out, and many find the museum most worth a look for its courtyard clutter of planes around a stocky flag tower. 9. Fine Art Museum. Art lovers and museum fans definitely need to make a pit stop at this museum that holds a collection of Vietnamese artistry from the prehistoric age right up to the country's contemporary artists. Some of the treasures on display here include terracotta and stone sculptures dating from the Tran Dynasty and Kompa Dynasty, Buddha statues from the Mac and La dynasties, and the intricate statues of the goddess Kuan Yin. There is also an extensive collection of 11th and 12th century ceramic work and a substantial gallery devoted to folk art. 10. Imperial Citadel. Although it may not look like much at first, Hanoi's Imperial Citadel area was once the vital seat of military power here, and continued in an important strategic role right up to the 1960s and the Vietnam War. The site achieved UNESCO World Heritage Site recognition in 2010 for its long role in Hanoi's past, and the area's 1,000 years of history are highlighted by archaeological work that has unearthed the foundations of various palaces that once stood on this spot. There's also a bunker here that dates from the Vietnam War where military maps and implements are displayed. 11. West Lake. Tay Ho, West Lake, is Hanoi's largest lake, and its shoreline stretches for 15 kilometers. Many locals come here to exercise by walking or cycling the pathway that rings the shore, but there's also 2 interesting temples in the vicinity. Tay Ho Pagoda is exceedingly pretty and dedicated to the Mother Goddess, and Tran Quoc Pagoda is one of the oldest still standing temples in Vietnam, although it has been rebuilt several times. For most travelers, West Lake is a great place to get a skyline view of New Hanoi, as well as to feast on fresh seafood at one of the many restaurants that sit close to the shore. West Lake lies off Tuc Tu Street. 12. Memorial House. For anyone interested in what life must have been like for Hanoi's locals during an earlier age, a trip to Memorial House is a must-do while in the city. This finely restored merchant house sits in the Old Town Quarter and has been furnished to look like a typical merchant's home, brimming with antiques and everyday objects from centuries prior. The house has plenty of traditional architectural features, set between courtyards to give outdoor space and set out according to the ancient tradition of Feng Shui, which allows good energy flow into the house. In some of the rooms, you can watch traditional craftspeople and residents work at calligraphy and basketry crafts. Where to stay in Hanoi for sightseeing? We recommend these high-quality hotels in Hanoi close to top attractions like the Old Town Quarter. 1. Sofitel Legend Metropole Hanoi, located near the Opera House. This hotel offers colonial-style luxury, multiple restaurants, sumptuous linens, a beautiful garden, and an outdoor heated pool. 2. Hanoi Emerald Waters Hotel Trendy. This mid-range hotel is in a fantastic location, has amazing staff, along with stylish rooms. Breakfast is included. 3. Little Hanoi DX Hotel. For affordable rates, check out this elegant boutique hotel. Expect to find friendly staff and fresh roses in rooms. 4. Hanoi Holiday Center Hotel. Located in the city center, this budget hotel features modern rooms and exceptional staff. When is the best time to visit Hanoi? Located in the north of the country, Hanoi actually enjoys a cold season, when temperatures drop into the teens. With changes in humidity and sometimes strong winds coming from the river, nights can feel chilly in Hanoi in the months between November to February. This is usually the best time to visit Vietnam in general, as the weather is dry and pleasant, ideal for long walks around Hon Kim Lake in the narrow alleyways of Old Town Quarter. If you'd rather experience warmer days, March, April, and October are good options as well. You'll get plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the high 20s, and a more bearable level of humidity. You'll also see higher prices, as these are popular months to visit Hanoi. Strong rainstorms and sometimes flooding hit Hanoi in August and September, but rains start as early as May and sometimes run into early October. These are the months to avoid, as heavy downpours make it difficult to spend lots of time outside. In addition, June, July, and August are considered Hanoi's summer months. This means temperatures that often climb into the 40s and lots of mosquitoes. The rains only make it worse, as they raise the humidity level and make the air heavy and outdoor activities difficult. As a general rule, if you're going to visit Hanoi, visit at any time except these 3 months. Thank you for listening. If you find this information useful, please like, share or comment so that About Vietnam channel has the motivation to continue making other videos periodically. To make this video, we refer to the content of the article 12 Top Rated Tourist Attractions in Hanoi, from website planeatware.com. Please click subscribe to the channel and receive notifications of our latest videos.